Hello everybody, it is Gabrielle here. Excuse me. Welcome to my vlog, welcome to my channel. Thank you for watching. For the very few of you that are, I appreciate it. If you are interested in any future videos, please do not hesitate to hit the subscribe button and to follow me on the following social media platforms or websites. That is gonna bother me. Oh well. Anyways, so today is January 12th, 2020. I cannot believe we are in the year 2020. I really, really can't. Last year went by so incredibly fast. So did, especially December. Before I get into my vlog, I just want to talk about the holidays really quick. But before I do that, today's vlog is going to be about my New Year's resolutions. I know I'm 12 days late, but I wanted to do a vlog about them, and I thought that it would be a fun thing for me to do, is to share with you what my New Year's resolutions are and then to explain them and go into a little bit of detail. So before I do that, I wanted to talk about the holidays. Holidays were great. My brother, his girlfriend, and I flew to Illinois to spend Christmas with my dad and his family. We haven't spent Christmas there, at least all of us together, in a little bit. It's been a hot minute. I think the last time I was there for Christmas was in 2016, and then the years after that, we've just been here with my mom, I believe. I think. If we haven't, then I just can't remember. But, so we flew out there. We flew out a few days before Christmas, which is the first time my dad's done that. Usually he flies us out on Christmas Day, and then we get there really late at night, and then we have to open our presents either that night or the next morning. But this time he flew us out on, I think, the 21st. So we had a few days to actually spend time with the family, do some things during the week, and so that was fun. We celebrated Christmas Eve with my dad's family, and then we drove down to my stepmom's, Pam's family, and spent Christmas Day with them. I haven't seen them in like 7 years, so it was really nice to see them. And then we came back here a little before New Year's Eve, and I had to go back to work. It was weird being away from work that long. It was 9 days, including weekends, that I was gone. And it was weird. It was weird coming back. All the kids in my class have definitely grown. Their vocabulary has just grown tremendously. And I miss them all, but it took a little bit. But coming back after the holidays is always really hard. So, so did that. And up until then, I've just been working. And trying to get back in the rhythm of things after the holidays. Yeah. So I'm trying to think of what stuff has happened since my last vlog. Let's see. I turned 26. Went to San Francisco, visited Alcatraz, did all that fun stuff. And then, holidays. Yeah. I don't know. If I miss anything, then I will go over it in the next vlog. Imagine that. So, I wanted this vlog to be about my New Year's resolutions, because I feel like these resolutions, I'm really going to work on actually completing them, and sticking to them, because a lot of them are about like diet and lifestyle and stuff like that. So, before, I don't even know why I said that. I'm gonna set this right here. Okay. So, just kidding. I'm not gonna set it right there because it doesn't work. So I'm going to talk about my first New Year's resolution, which is to be more present. A lot of my anxiety is fueled by me either thinking about the past or thinking about the future. And the reason why being more present is my number one New Year's resolution is because I feel like this would really help my anxiety tremendously. It would also help me form better relationships with people, even people I don't know and the people in my life, because I find that when I am listening, when I am having conversations with people, I am waiting to respond and not actually listening to what the people are saying, and a lot of that has to do with me thinking to the future, like what am I going to say next. So I chose this to be my number one because I think this would help me in many aspects of my life, being more present, putting my phone away more often, actually, instead of watching TV or being on my phone when I'm with somebody, is to actually look at them when I'm talking to them and to actually have conversations with them. So that's why being present is number one. Number two is to stick to a healthy diet at least 3 to 5 days a week, 90% of the time. I find that right now I do not have any balance in my life. I'm very extreme. Either I'm eating really shitty or I'm eating shitty and really good. And I just want to get to a point where during the week I eat really good, and then I have, maybe today I'll have a piece of candy, or I'll have a sip of soda, or I'll have a whole soda, and that will be the only indulgence I have for the day. But not to have it every single day, and to not, when I'm having a bad day, to turn to something really bad for me. So number two is to stick to a healthy diet and to eat the foods that I know make my body feel good, instead of eating the foods that I know cause my body a bad reaction. So that is number two. Number three is to exercise 3 to 5 times a week. I was getting into a rhythm at one point of exercising all parts of my body instead of just focusing on my legs and just walking. I was lifting weights, I was doing planks, I was doing things that worked all parts of my body, so that my body wasn't just skinny on my legs, that it was skinny everywhere, or at least it was like toned everywhere. And you can tell that I was working out, and I was getting into a rhythm of doing all that stuff. And then obviously, like everything in my life, I start something and I don't finish it. And that should probably be another New Year's resolution, is to actually finish things that I start. So one of the things is to exercise 3 to 5 times a week and to work different parts of my body. I do find that when I am having really bad menstrual cramps, or when I am having a really bad anxiety attack, that exercise has always worked for me above everything else. That high intensity workout, the running in place, the jumping jacks, the going for a walk, anything that has to do with getting the blood flowing in my body has always helped bring me down to a place of being present, and it's been more psychological and mental for me than it has been physically. So that's number three. Number four is to meditate almost every day, even if it's for like 5 minutes. Start out slow. I do want to start doing something that's a little bit more calming, and like yoga or meditating, and to do something that brings me back to center, and where I can completely empty my mind and not think about anything, and to just focus on and let the thoughts come in naturally instead of thinking about something. I want to start meditating every day and have a regiment that I do when I can't obviously work out, when I am having anxiety. Something where I can just sit and clear my mind, and that brings me back to center when I am having those frustrating moments or those impatient moments, or even when I just to have something that I practice every day. So meditation is on there. Number five is to get off of my antidepressants. Not that I think that there's anything wrong with being on antidepressants. They've done very good for me, and I commend people who do actually do good for themselves, and they make the decision to go on antidepressants, because that is what is going to make them feel better. And I commend anyone struggling with mental illness that just does not give a fuck what anybody says about people being on antidepressants. I feel like they get a huge bad rep, and they have done very good for me, and I'm thankful for everything they've done and whatnot. But I am starting to wanting to live a more natural lifestyle of like eliminating glass, eliminating foods from my diet that I know aren't good for me, doing things that are more calming, and turning to meditation instead of putting antidepressants into my body. So that is one goal of mine, is to start actually working on the things that will get me a little bit more natural antidepressant. So that's one of the things on my list. Number 6 is to write every day, even if it's a little bit. That's something that my counselor, when I did start going to counseling, when my anxiety started, my counselor did suggest that writing down how you're feeling, or writing down a list of things to accomplish for that day, or writing down goals for the future and stuff like that, that writing was really, really good. And I grew up loving writing. Writing is what I always knew what my passion was going to be. And I used to write all the time and enter in competitions and write poetry and stuff. And I just, obviously life gets in the way and my laziness got in the way. And that's something that I want to change for 2020, is to start writing every day, writing stories that I've had in my mind for years or months, writing down my thoughts, writing down anything, because it is very therapeutic for me. Number 7 is to start saving my money instead of buying materialistic items, to save it so that I can go on trips, spending money more on experiences than materialistic items, because there are a lot of places I want to go. Those places obviously cost money, and so that's one of my goals, is to start setting aside money for trips that I would like to go on. Number 8, this is something that I do not like admitting about myself, but number 8 is to start accepting, just accepting in general, accepting myself for who I am, accepting people for who they are, accepting situations for what they are, because I do have a hard time doing that. I am the hardest on myself, but I'm also the hardest on other people. I expect a lot out of other people, and that's not always a bad thing, but it's not always a good thing. And that's something that I would like to work on for this year, is if you know a situation isn't going to change, or if you know a person isn't going to change, or if you want yourself to change, obviously you can only control yourself. You can't control other people. So I have to accept myself for who I am, or change it if I don't like it. And as far as other people go, I either have to accept those people for who they are, or just not have them in my life, or just accept that that's who they are as a person and move on. And then as far as situations goes, I would like to start accepting that a situation is what it is, and if you can't change it, then why waste time trying to change it instead of just accepting it and dealing with the cards that you're dealt. And the last one on my list is to focus more on what I do have instead of what I don't. That goes back to accepting people for who they are. That stems from the focusing on what I do have instead of what I don't, is me just not being willing to accept situations and people or myself for what I am, what they are, or what it is. It's me wanting to have control, and part of life is letting go and accepting that you don't have control of everything that happens in your life. Sometimes you just have to let go and let God, or let whatever power you believe above, take the reins, and just hope for the best and accept the situation for what it is, and to be grateful for what you do have instead of what you don't, because there is probably more of what you do have than what you don't. So those are my New Year's resolutions. If you are interested in subscribing to my channel, please don't hesitate. Follow me on the following social media websites. And if you have any New Year's resolutions that you would like to share with me, please feel free to let me know. I'd love to hear your resolutions. As far as the future of my channel goes, I would like to eventually start posting on my channel either daily or weekly, and to actually have the a title of my vlog, and to have a Facebook page and stuff like that. All these things that I have ideas for another New Year's resolution. So I'm gonna close the book on that. And as far as the rest of the day goes, I hope you guys all have a beautiful day. Hope you enjoyed my vlog, and I will see you next time. Thanks.